10 years into its production run, the Lamborghini Huracan is still craziness on wheels thanks to its ravishing V10 engine, knife-edge handling, and the sort of visual presence that commands any cars and coffee it rumbles into. It faces a tough bunch of exoticar challengers, industry greats like the Ferrari F8 Tributo, 296 GTB, and 812 Superfast, McLaren 765 LT and 720S, and Aston Martin DBS, but it's equally compelling. The Huracan is the only car in that otherworldly group powered by a naturally aspirated V10, which provides a big dose of oral uniqueness that's an integral part of the Lambo's appeal. Though it's ancient in supercar years, many of its early rivals have been replaced by newer models. The Huracan has been thoughtfully finessed over the years. Lamborghini continues to reinvigorate it with highly desirable variants, including an all-new Technica model for 2023. That's why we've said the Huracan resembles an aging rocker still selling out stadiums. It may be getting old, but it's still as vital and exciting as ever. The Lamborghini Huracan line sees the addition of the Technica model for 2023, which offers a road-friendly dose of the tantalizing tactility offered by the hardcore STO track killer variant, but at a more palatable price point. Make that relatively palatable price point. It has the same 631 horsepower output from its 5.2-liter V10 as the mighty STO, along with rear-wheel steering and a torque-vectoring rear differential. On the other end of the spectrum comes the rally-inspired Huracan Sterrato, which features a raised ride height, body-side cladding, and a top-mounted air intake for the V10. The engine has been detuned slightly to 601 horsepower, but all-wheel drive is standard and the Sterrato rides on all-terrain tires rather than performance summer-only rubber. There are a few obvious, visible tweaks to the $3.6 million per Sport that separate it from lesser Chirons. There are larger air intakes and a differently shaped nose over an expanded front splitter. The horseshoe-shaped grille is a bit wider, too, and there are new air extractors built into the tops of the slightly reshaped front fenders. In back, a massive diffuser is there to intimidate whoever the Per Sport has just passed, as well as an utterly spectacular titanium exhaust outlet that could stand as sculpture on its own. Finally, there's the fixed rear wing atop the tail that replaces the motorized unit on lesser versions. Every Chiron makes a statement even when viewed from orbit. But some elements seem discordant in the Per Sport. First is that rear wing, which seems like it belongs aboard a spacecraft in a Star Wars movie. Emphasizing the wing's presence is the Bugatti script that was painted atop it on the example we drove in California. Maybe that's so there's no confusion when the owner's security detail is tracking the car from a helicopter. The second questionable design element is the number painted on the front grille, in the case of our example, 16, for the engine's number of cylinders, which just seems unnecessary. Fortunately, a Bugatti's appearance ultimately is at the whim of its buyer. Don't want the lettering on the wing or the number in the grille? Just order it your way. This is a $3.6 million car of which only 60 will be built, and Bugatti wants you to be happy. Few cars blend beauty and driver delight like the 2023 Aston Martin Vantage. In both coupe and convertible form, it casts a striking silhouette in its couture-inspired suit of impeccably pressed sheet metal. Most models are powered by a twin-turbo V8 making more than 500 horsepower, while a lucky few buyers will wind up with an even more powerful twin-turbo V12. No matter the powertrain, the Vantage impresses with an athletic chassis, lively handling, and explosive acceleration, not to mention some of the most melodic exhaust notes available today. The interior is snug and can be customized with several high-end options, though we have one complaint, a relative lack of luxury for the Vantage's six-figure price tag. Still, with styling this sleek and moves this exciting, the Vantage is a highly desirable driver's car with an iconic heritage. Like its conceptual companions, the Active Sphere is electric, riding on the PPE platform that will underpin the upcoming A6 e-tron as well as Porsche's electric Macan. A 100.0 kilowatt-hour battery provides over 370 miles of range, and electric motors on the front and rear axles combine for 436 horsepower and 531 pound-feet of torque. PPE also brings 800-volt electrical architecture, allowing the battery to add around 186 miles of range in 10 minutes at 270 kilowatts. Audi also claims the battery can go from 5 to 80% in under 25 minutes. The active sphere stretches nearly as long as a gas-powered Audi Q8, but it's 3.0 inches wider, stands about 4.0 inches less tall, and has a 1-inch shorter wheelbase. The concept rides on an air suspension with adaptive dampers and 22-inch wheels wrapped in two 85/55 tires designed to tackle a variety of terrains. The wheels feature active aero, opening up when off-roading for cooling and closing when on pavement to improve efficiency. Cameras replace traditional side view mirrors to decrease drag, boosting range.